Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? Welcome to an amazing episode of the Business Class. And as you can see, this is not any other episode. We are here at the Blue Line Security, and we are here just to tell you what you're supposed to do if you want to start a security company. It's not just any security company, the one in the NCMD, Nakuru City Moms and Dads 2022 as the best security company. And I can tell you it's not an easy job, but it's worth it. Of course, we've been saying you're supposed to get where is the gap in the society, just fill it and do it in the best way possible. And that is exactly what Blue Line is doing. So we'll be getting into the office first so that you can talk to Maina so he can tell us exactly what they do at the Blue Line. Maina is the CEO and the founder of Blue Line Security. So I want you to walk with us the whole journey so that you can know what exactly you want to do if you are already in such a business and you want to scale up, or you want to get into such a business. Then of course we'll be coming back for ground. No journey in happen for ground. So walk with us the whole journey. I know that you will get a lot from this. If you have any questions, make sure to ask us on MDCI TV Facebook page on the comment section. So Mbali, let's walk this journey with you. Exactly. So we are here, as we told you, with Maina Ernest, and we just want to walk down the journey of Blue Line Security, just to know how they started. And as I told you, we also want to know how they got to where they are. And I'm very excited. I've just gotten here and I realized that they won as the best security company of the year 2022 in the NCMD Awards. If you remember, we had an episode of the same, and that tells you that they're doing a really good job. We also say that it's about you getting the gap in the society and just getting to invest in that. That's what they did, na ndo wamefika mahali wako. So make sure you walk this journey with us. Maina.
Yes.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you too.
Yeah, so tell us about Blue Line Security. When did you start it? Why exactly did you decide to start a security company?
Okay, my name is Maina Ernest. I'm Director Blue Line Security. We started as a dog breeding business.
Yeah.
That is way back in 2010, focused on the German Shepherd. The motivation initially was security for my family. I used to work in the public service, and I was traveling a lot. So I was out looking for security for my family, and I wanted good dogs.
Yeah.
I settled on the German Shepherd. It has a very good history in the security industry.
Oh, the German Shepherd?
The German Shepherd.
Okay.
Yes, and we started breeding dogs because of that. So our first line of business has been breeding the German Shepherd working lines, and we have sold puppies inside and outside Kenya. We have imported breeding dogs from Europe. So we focused on quality, and we have had that advantage as a breeding kennel. Then as time went by, we got interest from security companies who did not have security dogs. So we would hire our dogs to security companies. And I must confess that that is where my thoughts were provoked by that. Why wouldn't I use my security dogs in a company that we are running?
Yeah.
So we registered Blue Line Security in 2016 as a limited company, and ventured into now the personnel, that is manned guarding. So we are adding another business line from breeding and personnel. So these two lines remain our strong business lines up to today. Our first line is manned guarding, where we train private security officers to provide security services. And number two, we provide security guard dogs, primarily the German Shepherd. We really revere this dog. It has a very good history as far as security is concerned, and that remains our specialty. Why this is, the private security industry is a critical part of our society.
Very.
The industry is highly competitive. But for the last 3 years, we have taken time to understand the dynamics of the market.
Okay.
And we are very focused as far as training personnel is concerned. We listen a lot to the customer needs and desires. And one of the biggest complaints is untrained guards.
Yeah.
I must confess that we train our guards. We train our guards.
You do train our guards.
We train our guards for 1 month, a 4 weeks continuous period. I must confess we could be the only company doing that.
Yeah.
With an industrial attachment component, which is unique to this company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And even before we go to the guards, and I know we'll be getting there, and we'll be showing you, our viewers, that you'll be able to actually see how the guards are trained. And easy jokes, they actually really train just to make sure that they're taking care of you, because this is a matter of other people's properties, so you have to be very careful with that. But even before we get there, you've told me that you do import the German Shepherds just to make sure that it's an original breed.
Yes.
For other people, they'd feel like it's more expensive. Why don't I just, get the normal German Shepherds and train them to be real German Shepherds? Is that a thing you can do? Ama mbona decide, let me just import and make sure this is it?
It's true, it is expensive. I don't want to talk about figures here.
Yeah.
But it's expensive. You are talking about hundreds of thousands to import from Europe. That's what we have done.
Okay.
We identify our mates in recognized kennels in Europe, and specifically from the Czech Republic. Because I must confess that the West is way ahead as far as using dogs is concerned.
Right.
We have done not as much, but I think there is a realization even in our society today that dogs are very important part of security.
Okay.
They sniff better, they smell better, they see better, they hear better. So they have all these advantages beyond the man who handles them. So when well taken care of and exploited, they add a lot of value in security services. And that is what we have done. We emphasize very much on the use of the canine in our security operations. And we are now in about 6 counties across the country, so we have a long way to go before we can cover the whole country.
Yeah, right.
So that remains our focus. Yeah.
But it's important that mahali mko you do your best,
yes,
rather than being everywhere and it's equal to,
Yes, we own our kennel as a security company, so we breed our security dogs. We don't buy from other breeders.
Nice.
So we know the dog we are using, and if we have an opportunity, we will demonstrate exactly what we are talking about.
Exactly.
We specialize in breeding sables and blacks, but we use the red and black, the bicolor. There are several colors of the German Shepherd.
Wow.
But our breeding line is primarily the blacks and the sables. We will see a sable do some demonstration of bite work, tracking work, and you'll be able to appreciate what I'm talking about as far as the capacity and capability of the German Shepherd is concerned.
Okay, so we'll be getting there. I know after the tips, we will be at the grounds.
Sure.
Yeah, to make sure that you can actually see it. But I'd also want to know if anyone wants to start this business, even before we go to now the actual training, what do I need for me to start a training, like a training security company? The basics. Ndio sasa nianze.
The basics is the personal desire or passion. One of the biggest disservices that we all get ourselves into is to do something because you have seen another person do.
Right.
Because when challenges come, you tend to give up. We have gone through challenges as a business, but we are convinced this is what we want to do. So first is the personal decision. This is what I want to do. You'd imagine somebody will ask you, why keep dogs in this kind of numbers? What are they for? Why can't you keep a cow, chicken, and stuff like that? All that has come. But even taking care of them, collecting dog poop in the compound, I have done it myself and I have no problem. My family does it. Even when we get an extra hand to help, we already do it with a heart. So that is something you cannot take for granted. So that's number one. Number two is a need. Because no business would exist if there is no need that you are serving. A need gap must exist. So it is your business to analyze the market and identify the need gap so that you fill the gap. And that the rest is the detail. The rest is detail. So the personal desire and decision, and then identifying the need that you are going to serve or fill. If it is not there or it's not clear to you, it's going to be very difficult for you to survive in the business world.
All right. So now that we know you have the passion and we've seen how the business is actually doing, wacha tuende kwa ground. Tuone vile mambo iko. But even before niwapeleke kwa ground, we'll be getting the 5-minute tip, because you need to know what you're supposed to do for your business to grow. In fact, pia nataka na ujue, if you have a business out there, why do you need security? Why do you actually need security for your business? Now you're probably thinking, mimi hata sijawahi kuwa na issue kwa biashara yangu, right? So you'll be getting the 5-minute tip, then tutaenda sasa kwa ground and we'll see what happens at Blue Line Security. We'll be right back.
My name is Maina Ernest. I'm Director, Blue Line Security, and I want to take this opportunity to speak to somebody out there who is contemplating starting a security business. And our experience for the last 4 or 5 years has been, number one is your desire to be a business person or entrepreneur. There are risks involved, there are challenges involved, but equally there are opportunities. And the agenda is for private security in Kenya today. And I will start by saying first, there is a lot of focus today as far as security is concerned, and specifically private security from government. And this provides two sides, challenges for reorganizing the industry, meeting the requirements of the law, and there is an agency of government that is charged with this responsibility. And we haven't had this kind of focus before, and companies are reorganizing themselves to be able to align with what the law says. That's number one. It's a challenge. Number two, it provides an opportunity for entrepreneurs who are keen on making an impact in this industry that is very competitive, but remains one of the most promising. If you take your time to study the market, understand the dynamics, identify the gaps that are existing today, so that as you consider investing in this industry, you're very clear about the gaps that you want to take advantage of and the challenges that go with it. As a company, our primary focus has been quality of our service and value addition to our clients. And that has been our biggest advantage. And number two is exploit or take advantage of your competitive advantage. Every organization, every individual has a competitive advantage. Identify yours and take advantage of it and move. Do not be bothered so much. As much as you will be aware of other players in the industry, don't chase competition. Develop your agenda and you are good to go. My name is Maina Ernest, Director Blue Line Security. You're watching Business Plus.
Exactly. So we had promised you that after the 5 minutes tip, we'll be here for ground. And as you can see, we have the team lined up. And we can tell you guys, they are doing a good job. Kama uko na biashara, imagine you sorted. Hata pale nyumbani you're sorted with the best security that you could ask for. So thank you for bringing us kwa ground.
Thank you.
And I can see the German shepherds are actually Germaning. They are doing the job.
Thank you. We appreciate.
That one, you kick attack, by the way, you're gone. Like, that's just it. But even as you start, what are the qualifications or what do you look at when you want to choose your team?
We have a very specified criteria for our guarding team. Number one is you must apply for the job.
Yeah.
And the standout qualifications are education, good track record, no criminal record, height, of course. You're able to communicate. I think you've lost it. Yeah, height is a primary consideration also because you want to present men and women who have good stature, no criminal record, and of course the desire to work in this industry.
Yeah, right.
Those are our primary considerations, and there are many others, especially on how to communicate, confidence.
Yeah.
Those are not written rules, but are primary considerations. But one of the critical ones is a background check, so that you don't get people who have criminal record on your employment list.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long does it take for one to train and be at security?
For Blue Line, this is a unique Blue Line security signature training program. Okay. Phase 1 is 3 weeks, and phase 2 is 1 week. So the whole Blue Line security signature training program takes 1 month, 4 weeks. Okay. First phase is 3 weeks, that is field drill and discipline and class. And then you have industry attachment for 1 week. And that takes us a continuous 4 weeks period. The industry attachment is organized by the company, so the candidate only presents themselves. And you are only qualified and having completed the training after the 4th week of evaluated industry attachment.
So you have to.
If you do very well in the 3 weeks and do very poorly in the industry attachment, we still don't consider you for employment.
So what do I do? Do I start again?
Depends. If you want and you are very keen, you start afresh and redo from the first week. Because this 1 week of industry attachment is actually practical application. So if you cannot apply what you learned, then it's very difficult for us to measure your performance.
Right.
And that is exactly what we do. This is a unique identifying feature for our company.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as a security company, I also understand that you're dealing with people's properties, people's lives, people's families. So what exactly do you do just to make sure that the people you present won't be won't be sure my company is really safe, I won't be sure my family is really safe. So what exactly do you do so that your customers can know that come on, Blue Line, we're good? Sure.
It takes time to build a name,
and
we are very particular about building confidence and trust in our clients. And the first assessment period is the training period of the 1 month.
Right.
So during this period, there are people who fall out within week 1, within week 2, within week 3. Some fall out during the industry attachment because they are still on assessment for the 4 weeks. So by the time we are confidently deploying somebody in the field, we are fairly confident about the ability and the character of the person.
Yeah. And who are your clients? Who are the people that you're targeting?
We have different clients. We have individual clients and we have corporate clients.
Okay.
And we are serving them equally, depending on the need, across the country.
So it depends on what exactly you're looking for.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So let's talk a bit about the German Shepherds. I've seen how they're training.
Yes.
And I've seen that it's not really an easy task.
It isn't.
It's not an easy task for you. So how do you manage just to make sure that you have people who will train your dogs very well and they don't fail? Because I've realized, especially for the dogs, that if you miss hivi kidogo, mwenye anakuwa attacked, they'll just be gone for real. That would be an accident.
Sure.
So how do you go about it?
It takes time. It takes time, and this is what people don't appreciate. It takes quite a lot of time. Our dogs are trained from puppies. You can imagine one of the dogs that was doing performance here is a Blue Line Ranger, bred by us. One unique feature for our company is that we breed our dogs from our kennels. We do not buy dogs from outside. So we understand the dog from the puppy age. This dog is socialized and trained to the standard that we want. And before the dog is deployed in the field, it has fairly demonstrated that it has capacity to do the job. You have seen that the dog is even controllable without the leash. The dog is equally controllable on the leash. So it is the level of training that is put in, including the handlers themselves. They also need a lot of training. It also requires a lot of interest in the person. Not everybody has the heart to handle the dogs. But I can tell you with confidence that any security person who understands the magic in the working abilities of the canine can never work without one. Only those who don't understand don't think it is necessary to have a dog. If I was to go back to my youthful days and I was starting this career early, I would work with the dog 24/7 because it is a valuable asset. In fact, we refer to our Blue Line security dogs as partners because essentially that is the orientation of the handler with the dog. Not to treat the dog as another animal, but a partner,
like a partner
in the job.
It's like you're working together.
This dog sees better than you many times, smells better than you hundreds of thousands of times.
It's actually true.
Hears, has very sharp hearing. So you can imagine if you understand that is the inherent ability of the dog, then how close you need to be with your canine partner. Exactly.
Wonderful. And even apart from that, I feel like this is a very good opportunity for you if you love mambo ya security. So it's not about si lazima you start your security company immediately. You can work with a security company like Blue Line. Kuja, get trained, be a security guard, and of course with that you grow from level to level. But now, kama unataka kuanza biashara kama hii, for it to be registered and start working vizuri sasa bila complications, right? What are you supposed to do?
Number one is to register a company. The normal process in our country today, this is online. You register your company. Number two, you must be licensed by Private Security Regulatory Authority. That is an agency of government that is mandated by law to regulate and control private security industry. So a license from PSRA is a must. And from there you go to the county licenses. And after that, paperwork is done, the market is open.
You're ready to start.
Good.
And must I have an office? I can now work from
briefcase operators are not allowed. In fact, one of the requirements for you to register a company, you must have a physical location. So it is important to have a physical location where clients can walk in and walk out for you to even gain credibility. If you tell somebody you meet in a hotel, then they will be suspicious. But when you visit a physical office, somebody has more confidence that even today, tomorrow, next week, next year, there is a physical location.
Amazing. So that has been it. We've been having Maina, the CEO and founder of Blue Life. You know what to do if you need to start such a company, or you've already started such a company and now you want to level up or scale up in your business. Business is more than meets the eye. You can actually make money from this business, and you can actually enjoy what you are doing. And I'm telling you, this is not easy. I have seen them marching, and of course pia umewaona. I've seen them practicing, and yeah, you must love what you're doing, guys. You must love what you're doing. So that has been it. This is the Business Plus. We'll be having a repeat of the same on Friday at 7:30 in the PM. Do not miss. And of course, after that, tutakuwa tunapatana on the next episode of the Business Plus. But till then, bye bye. My name is Rachel Kahuku.